Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We're taking a little sojourn through the greed modes. Trying to get to 500 coins. We're like 140 after 2 runs. It's a relatively good start, dude. The speed stat is out of control. Butterbean or wait, what? That's the real. Oh, you son of a gun! Is it Butterbean or is it wait, what? We haven't found a good opportunity to use it if it's wait, what? Where would we use it? Okay, first off, you gotta be a real genius to do that play right there. You've heard of the Netflix show, Evil Genius. This is the Northernlion show. Real genius. It's Butterbean. That's bad. I mean, just to level with you, this run is extremely cursed. We got, like, better than average damage at the cost of incredibly bad rate of fire for our early game, at least. So I worry about that a lot. Oh, I gotta sneeze, too. Cursed! The fact that we're 2-hitting these enemies is the real kiss of death. What I'm thinking is we can start, you know, greed is not just about being able to, you know, win the easy runs. It's like anything in Isaac. You gotta be able to win the hard runs as well. This is a hard start. We got a few things we can leverage. One is our speed stat. One is our damage stat. One is the fact that if we find an active item, we can just replace it over and over and over with Butterbean to eventually get wait, what, I believe. I mean, we've done it once before. I just don't know if that's only how it behaves on unlock or what, but no more waves, please. Kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place there. I've just decided, for the record, that, like, if there's no more waves, like, we're gonna be okay. Run. Oh, thank God. So, like, I really need you guys to... If you could just do me a solid and frig off, like, that'd be real nice. Because, I mean, like, as of right now, I'm not necessarily overly concerned about our chances for death, but... Squeezy has to be our first pickup. It solves the rate of fire problem that gives me some temporary HP. Yeah. I did think... Sorry, my nose was super itchy there. I did think, you know, what if we bought a key instead, but I think we'll wait on that one. Now we've got slightly above average damage, I think. Slightly above average DPS, I should say. Now, I really don't want to fight multiple waves simultaneously, but I'm here to let you know that we will definitely have to do that. Sometimes what you want doesn't matter that much in the eyes of the game. You know what? It'll be good practice for us, hopefully. Maybe it'll be an enemy that shoots bombs or something, and as a result, it will kill Monstro for me. Or, alternatively, it could just be several angry boys gradually chasing me down. Yeah, Sean, 18 hungry bosses in greed mode. Bosses getting killed in their sleep. Dude, I watched Zodiac last night. I gotta tell you, that is that. I was making fun of Amazon Prime recently, but then I was on Amazon Prime last night and I was looking for a movie. And in top movies, I gotta say there was a lot of garbage. There's, you know, one of the top movies on Amazon Prime right now is a movie called The Hungover Games. So it's like The Hangover meets The Hunger Games. If that sounds appealing to you, please turn this video off. We're an incompatible mismatch. It's like Meet the Spartans. Did you really need a scary movie 300 crossover? It doesn't make any sense to me why those should have to be connected. But anyway, this is slightly irrelevant to the overall issue at hand. I scrolled down like 3 pages of most popular movies on Amazon Prime. Got the Zodiac, the 2006 David Fincher thriller. Never seen it, heard great things. I said, yeah, it's 12 o'clock. I've got 2 hours and 40 minutes to watch this movie. Let's do it. Highly recommended. There's wait, what? Highly recommended. Simultaneously, not a great movie to watch before bed. I don't get grossed out by movie violence whatsoever. Like, I know my mom, when I was growing up, she would always be like, oh, tell me if there's gory parts. And my dad would be like, okay, cover your eyes. And then, okay, all right, the violence is done. And then every once in a while, a movie will, like, subvert your expectations and just shoot a dude in the chest out of nowhere. That was always funny. Not because of the dude getting shot in the chest, although, you know, he's an actor, so I don't feel bad about saying it nonetheless. But, it always freaked my mom out. And I grew up being like that as well. Like, oh, I don't want to see grossness in my movies. Why do they have to make it so gory? Can't they just imply death all the time? Anyway, the point is, still, there's some disturbing stuff in Zodiac. There's, like, just some haunting, unsettling things in that movie. I would really recommend it. It's a great movie. I'm just saying. Not my favorite movie to watch right before bed, all alone. I was going to say in a big house, but that's not really the case. In an apartment building. I want none of those, although Leech is kind of tempting. Oh, and Gift gave us Betrayal. So you can see, like, I had a master plan. It just didn't work out too well. Because we ended up getting garbage. So I think we will take Betrayal and nothing else. And we will probably just straight up leave. And we're really, I mean, Squeezy was a valuable pickup. Everything else was pretty terrible, but we're hoping for something better on the next floor. Preferably, I would like to start with killing power, because that's, we don't need HP if we can kill enemies fast enough. And our rate of fire now being at 7 is a really good start. Now a half-price item, or... Oh my god, I forgot to take Wait What. Now, I want to be honest, I still think Wait What is not an incredible item, but obviously we should have taken it. That's my bad. I did that, my master plan, and then I got locked in conversation about David Fincher. Darn you, David, you've done it again. With your captivating dialogue and your haunting scores by Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead fame. You've bewitched me, mind, body, and soul yet again. Led to me leaving behind a 6 out of 10 item that public perception has at an 8 for some reason. I mean, Wait What is fine. It's not bad. I'm not trying to, you know, I left it behind to make the run, you know, a little bit harder, because otherwise it would be so easy for me, the god of greed mode. But we are kind of like, we're making a case for ourselves here. Those 2 tier rate upgrades helped us out an extraordinary amount so far. Tell me why I don't like mushrooms. Tell me why I don't like mushrooms. Tell me why. You guys like, who sang that? I forget every time. It's Bob Geldof's band. That's going to mean nothing to... That should mean nothing to me. People my age aren't supposed to know who Bob Geldof is unless they're Irish. But, you know, he sang that song with his band. And then also on top of that, he organized Live Aid, which you may or may not be familiar with. Anyway, we're going to buy car battery. And the D4, I mean, I wish I had known that it was going to be the D4 before I bought car battery, but we're still happy with it either way. And if we get the cash, we probably will get the D4 because it more or less guarantees you a victory. See, this is something I got to look up. Because if I look it up in an Isaac episode, if it's related to Isaac, I will never remember it. If it's not related to Isaac, I'll remember it 100%. Go ahead. You know, here's the thing. We were, like, looking up a song 2 years ago. A song that I didn't know who it was by. I looked it up, and I remember. Peaches and Herb. Now, for a year, people were like, hey, who is this song by? And I said, Peaches and Herb. You want to hear the funny part? Now I remember that the song is by Peaches and Herb, but I don't remember what the name of the song is. Something pushed out the more relevant information from my brain. I gotta look it up. It's one of those songs that's like, you know... hold on. 2 things to look up. Peaches and Herb. Reunited and it feels so good. That's right, okay. So we'll never forget that. And then Bob Geldof Band. The Boomtown Rats. That's right. Children. Peaches Geldof. Pixie Geldof. Fifi Trixie Belle Geldof. Really? Look. if you're happy with your names, don't let me judge you. I'm just saying. It's a little bold of one of you, you know, your father named you Fifi, Trixie Belle, Geldof. Oh, it's just, I thought as a little bit of like a, it's a presumptuous name for a child is all I'm saying. That's like what people name themselves in their Twitter handles. I'll allow that, but for a parent to put that on their child. It's always seems so weird to me, you know, we've probably talked about it, you know, numerous times before, but people say things like, parents can name their kids whatever they want. I guess, but like, it's, your kid should not name themselves, I guess, but it really feels like if you could just go forward in time and ask them, that would be nice. Like, if you could send a time machine into the womb and be like, hey, what would you like your name to be? How's Fifi Trixie Belle? They would be like, please no, Dad. And they'd be like, okay, we'll just call you Jane. You know, because you're basically, is there another decision in a human being's life that's more important that you have less control over than your own name? I get that when you're older, you know, you could go to the, oh, what have we done? You can go to City Hall and change your name. Sure, of course. But most people don't. And is it because most people are happy with their names? I mean, I guess probably, but maybe also they're like, ah, that means I gotta take a day off work. I did know somebody in my public school changed his name. He was born with the name Norman, and then he was made fun of. And all I'll say about that is I wasn't making fun of him. I was invited to all his birthday parties, and he was not a nerd. He was like a normal kid. So for him to invite me, first off, it was like a charity work on his part. I really appreciate it. But also, secondarily, it shows you even the normal kids are not immune to name shaming. Norman was not a typical name, and there's probably a few Normans watching this right now, for a child born in 1988. You know? Norman Rockwell, sure. Norman Reedus, sure. But apart from that, you know, William of Normandy, he changed his name later to Thomas. Much more common name. Suits him well, I suppose. Let's try this reroll again. Dude, the stats on that were incredible. I mean, blank card is fun. We don't really want battery, baby, honestly. Let's just try this out and see where it lands. Because our damage stat is really good. Our rate of fire is back where it started. I'm just saying, you know, everything else in your life, as adults, many of you will have put more work into figuring out which house you belong to in Harry Potter than you did into coming up with your own name. Because you're using the name your parents gave you. It's just one of those things, it's like, you know, I don't know, you shouldn't let a child be nameless, I guess, until they're like 5 and they can choose their own name, but, and I wouldn't trust a 5-year-old to give a name either. I wouldn't even trust me to give me a new name. I like my existing one. I don't know where I'm going with this. It just seems like a big decision that gets left up to somebody that's not you. So, like, I guess we'll take Guardian Spear. I don't really want to fight you, but I will. Mostly I'm just fishing for a reroll. Like, we got through this one pretty quickly, but it is also still pretty annoying. So we have 32 cents. I think I will buy HP because it'll restock an item as well on the cheap. I'll definitely buy the fire rate increase. You know what? Let's buy a latch key. That means we don't have to buy any more keys for the rest of the run. And let's get the heck out of town. I have no idea where this run stands. We definitely have not hit wombo combo levels yet. Well, we are still pretty early as well. Okay, Black Lotus. I don't know if we've had that in the... We probably have, but off the top of my head, I couldn't tell if we had that in the main game. But I think if you pick it up in green mode, it should still count. Best of my knowledge, at least. This is one of the rare opportunities we're going to be able to do something like this on. And apparently we have Gimpy, or maybe just the world's luckiest fanny pack. Don't want to lose the bone heart, obviously, but plenty of time before we really need to worry about that. That was the worst 2 of diamonds I've ever used on greed mode. I apologize. That was muscle memory. From being like, oh, we could buy something right now. Please, sir. That really hurts, actually, because we could have gotten 150 cents donated if we just used it properly. But maybe we'll have another chance. The Magician. Okay, with 22 cents. Is there even anything we want right off the bat? Not really, huh? Halo's pretty good. And the item's not bad either. Halo Combat Evolved, do you remember that game? Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. You know, there's a few games I've played in my entire life that I have, like, almost like there's a watershed moment in what people always call my gaming career, which is a very weird way to describe it, but, conjoined. Yo, this seems alright. Kind of left the spear out there, but still. You know, moments where when you played something, you went like, oh my god, this changes everything. One of those moments was definitely when I was playing Halo for the first time. I can't stress enough, if you weren't there, the ability in that, like, well, it's really the second level, I guess, of Halo, but the ability to get into a Jeep, or as we in the business call it, a Warthog, and have your AI teammates control the gun, or you get in the gunner seat and your AI teammates drive, that was like a new world. It was like Bungie had outed themselves as the most talented developers on planet Earth. Previously, you could shoot or drive in a first-person or in a game. In a first-person shooter, doesn't really make sense. Halo made it. It said, "Por qué no las dos?" Yes, you're welcome. My Spanish is very good. Thank you for asking. Leviathan, Mom's Knife. So this is boring, but probably win potential. And Leviathan means permanent ability to fly. I'm trying to think of like other moments like that. Grand Theft Auto was a huge one. Like Grand Theft Auto 3 specifically, I guess. Watching a friend play it and just like drive around and he's like, you know, this is the game. And you're like, oh, well, why don't you start the level? And he's like, there's no level. This is the game. The game is just the city. And if you want to do a mission, you like drive over to one of these things and play it. But you can also just spend like 6 hours driving your bike off of this ramp if you want. There's probably myriad other examples, but just off the top of the dome piece, those are the ones that I got. Yeah, you just leave without the key piece. I mean, what it literally does not matter, but simultaneously, what are you doing? Sorry, egg machine broke. Are we on our last floor before the boss? No, 2 floors. You know what? There were another couple examples that I just immediately thought of. We will take this and hope for some spun as soon as possible. One was definitely Wii Sports. As I know it might seem like laughable now, but as a 17-year-old when the Wii came out, having a motion-controlled game that actually worked, little did we know it would be like one of the last ones, but a motion-controlled game that actually worked was insane. It really did feel like the future of gaming was gonna pass through that lens. And then immediately after that, I was like, Guitar Hero. I was like, this is the perfect fan service game. But anyway, those are the only ones I can think of right now. It's not to say they're my favorite games of all time, but just games that like technologically made a huge impression on me, I should say. So we have actually like a pretty strong run here. We must have Bloody Lust, because all of... Oh, never mind. We must have the Mulligan. Dude, this is a run we can stick with. Genuinely. Please stop getting hit, but like, the Mulligan is so good right now. I have no idea. Like, I know we're shooting pretty quickly, but I still think the amount of flies we're generating is like absurd. Are we actually just guppy? It's hard to tell. Like, we have so many advantages. I don't want to... Oh, did I break it? Did I break it by being too good? No, but really, like... We might be guppy. Oh, I guess I have broken you. with my sulfuric tears. My mistake, but also you're dead. Thank you. I think we'll just leave. Like, forgive me, but I don't really see a good reason to buy a bunch of stuff if we could instead just donate like 90-something cents. Maybe even more than 90 cents here. Like, I think we got this run sorted out. And really, it didn't take a lot. It took the D4. If you're ever wondering, you know, if the D4 is a high-quality item, you know, this should settle that for you. I will say the D12, sorry, D20, it's got a certain pull. You know, you leave all the money on the ground, you use the D20. You turn it into chests that give you more money, they give you battery charges, you use the D20, you get more items, you get more money, etc., etc. I don't really think we should worry about, like, trying to break greed mode. Greedier, for sure. And maybe we'll prioritize, like, getting runes or something for that. Because, like, we've been playing a runeless existence, or a runeless daydream, as David Bowie would say. Keep your algaes rune on me, babe. Put your AWAs to my head. That's right, I know. Yes, I am a sound-alike of David Bowie. Thank you for asking. Freak out on a runeless daydream, oh yeah. No Dublin, baby. You can't reroll without the D6. No Perth roll, baby. Anyway, you get the idea. Your Bacana runes make me sick. I said I was done, but I'm never done. Well, hey, that's actually really good. And our final key. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, we're gonna roll this run. And this episode is sorted, man. It's in the can. You know what I'm also gonna do is even for cockiness come in here. Look at that. No problems. Am I gonna reroll? Nah. Maybe I'll reroll after we kill the boss. And then see if there's anything that we can get that could generate coins or something. But for now, no need. Alright, so just crush this guy. Amazingly, we actually made Dark Prince's crown work for us as well. The vast majority of the time, that item does nothing. The best part is, I mean, even if it's only a tiers upgrade, the worst part about that item is that it does almost nothing. The second worst part is that it's expensive to boot. So, we're really lucky. We got it and its effect without having to pay for it. You're telling me this guy doesn't have boss armor? Like, be honest with me. I feel like, I mean, we've only fought him 4 times. This is our 4th time, I think, on this save file. But it feels like we're so strong right now. And you're gonna tell me my previous runs were like the exact same level of DPS output, roughly? I don't think so, man. This guy's got some hidden armor. Or maybe it's Void that doesn't have any boss armor. I can't remember. I never got into the INI files, you know, I never crunched on those Lua data classes. We got him. It's annoying, but, you know, we're gonna get him. I should stop trying to do damage with Maw of the Void. It's just, like, it feels like the right thing to do. Unfortunately, that's highly, highly incorrect. Please. I'm watching the health bar melt in, like, slow motion. Please! Okay, we got him. 85 cents in the can. Just blow this up real quick. GB bug is not very good. But it is unlocked. Okay. So we should at least be able to get over 200 cents if we get lucky here. Let's go. We froze with 4 cents remaining. So it turns out our play with the 2 of diamonds, while stupid, did not affect our final outcome there. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But thanks so much, and I will see you next time. See ya!